Hello guys, Charlie Aquino here and welcome to another After Effects tutorial. So in this tutorial, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano gawin itong word-by-word highlighting effect na to inside of After Effects using markers. So let's dive right in. So here in After Effects, meron ako ditong isang composition. I have this shape layer here which is the background and then the text which is in the center. So the first thing that we will do is we want to define ano yung gusto natin i-animate. So let's say you want to animate the fill color for this one. Now, automatic magkakaroon ka ng range selector. So you want to add another type of selector, which is the expression selector. We don't need the range selector for now, so let's just delete it. Bigyan ko lang kayo ng brief idea about how this range selector works. Ano? Kasi hindi ito very intuitive eh. It's not like how we deal with expression in After Effects talaga. So dito sa expression selector na to, basically meron kang amount, and then there's this expression na nakasulat dun sa amount. So right now, even if you move this, walang mangyayari. So hindi mag-affect yung text mo, no? Kasi this expression here actually defines how much this fill color affects each word. So dito by default, parang meron kang gradient. So now, if I delete this, mapapansin nyo, itong amount na to, it now controls how much words are affected by this fill color here. So if I set it at 100, it's all red. And if I set it at 0 or less than 0, it's all white. And now what we need to do is to type in an expression. So let's hold down Alt and click this. In this section here, I want you to type this expression. So let me just copy it. I'll share this in the description of this video and then paste it here. Okay? So mapapansin nyo, dito magkakaroon ka ng error on the expression. Okay? Now, that is because wala pa tayong nakaset na markers on our timeline. So what we need to do is we select our text layer and then add a marker. Kailangan natin mag-add ng markers equal to the number of words that we have. So here we have 9 words here. So we want to add 9 markers. What you can do is right-click here, then go to markers, add marker, or you can press the asterisk on your numpad to quickly add it. So let's add 9 of them. So di pa rin siya nag-update. So what you can do is to click on this expression again and then you release it. So yan, mag-affect na ngayon siya. So this time, letter by letter yung animation natin, ano? But we want to do it on a word-by-word basis. So let's change this from characters to words. And there you have it. As simple as that. Okay, using expressions. Now, if you're interested in learning how this expression works, I can explain this briefly. So the first line here, it gives you an array of the markers that you have in this layer. And then here, the variable C is basically the index of the nearest marker on your time. So ang ina-animate natin dito is this time here. So at any point in time, After Effects is trying to figure out ano yung marker na nearest to this time. And then meron tayong check dito. If the time here is less than the nearest marker, so ito yung time ng nearest marker natin, we want it to look back at the marker previous to it. And then, the last expression, nag-check tayo kung yung index ng text natin, the text index, so the number of index of that word, the first word is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kapag equal siya dun sa index ng nearest keyframe sa kanya, which is the last one, it will assign it a 100 value, which is the red, and then, is it 0? So yan yung basic idea ng expression na yan. It's a very simple one. Maraming problems kang may encounter dito sa expression na to, but I haven't had time to really polish this. One problem that you might encounter is that if kulang yung markers mo, so mapapansin nyo, yung last word mo hindi mag-highlight at mag-end lang siya dun sa using. And then pag sumobra yung markers mo, mawawala ka on the last marker. It's not the most effective setup, but it works. And now, you can add as many kind of animation na gusto mong gawin dito. Say for example, ayaw mo lang ng text, gusto mong lagyan ng scale. So what we can do is we want to add property, scale, and we define the scaling to, let's say, 110%. So now, if you play it, so hindi lang nag-change yung color ng text mo, nagsiscale pa siya. Now, of course, right now, it's scaling based on a letter. So we want to go to more options. And then dun sa anchor point grouping, let's select by word. So now that it's animating by word, and then we can adjust the grouping alignment para dun sa center siya ng word nag-align. So typically, I set this to -50%. Yan na yun. Now, if you need to adjust the timing of this, all you need to do is to adjust the position of these markers. And then mag-a-adjust na yun yung timing niya. So very simple way to do this, but it's a lot faster than manually doing this word by word, especially kung marami kang mga text na nilalagay sa video mo. Thanks for your time, and I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and see you on the next one.